Hi everyone, Mary at Espresso Press Design. Thank you for joining me today. When you see this, it will be September 23rd. Today I have a quick project, another quick project. Wait until I tell you what happened. But first, I think, I don't know if I showed this or not yet. This is a new product. Postal Grunge. For all you grunge lovers. Pretty colors, nice and vintage. Collage. Everything my customers like. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Today I'm just going to be doing another simple project that I kind of had in my bucket list. I hope you don't mind some more buttons. I truly wasn't planning this, but I had to add another pre-recorded video because I don't even want to say the word, but unfortunately, in the midst of my yard sale endeavor, halfway in the middle, I developed shingles. Now, if you don't know what shingles are, if you're in another country, varicella, and it has not been fun. So, I've had to extend my pre-recorded videos, and you'll be seeing this, as I said, on the 23rd, and I hope I do not have to do another one for the 30th. But I have been feeling so bad all week. I just wanted to come down and do something simple just to take my mind off of this, what has up until today been some pretty bad pain. So, okay, I'm just using scraps to make these cute little design buttons, and I'm using a pattern decorative tile stamp, which is kind of like this from Bo Bunny. The only other ones I could find on my shelf close at hand are something like this you could use, maybe something like this, anything that you feel you could punch out a circle and get a similar design as that. That happens to be one of my favorites. But there's another one, something like that. So I just pulled out a bunch of kind of plain background scrapbook weight papers. I have my punches. I have some packaging. I did use another somewhat heavy cardstock weight backing, but that really wasn't quite enough for me. I prefer my buttons to be a little thicker, so I resorted to packaging for the back of my buttons. And I have some archival. Today I'm using black, which is pretty rare for me, and I have some archival black ink. So I hope you don't mind. I really hope you don't mind. Another simple project like the last one where I just did the napkins, but I've only been down here, I don't know, maybe twice in the last couple of weeks. So let me get a paper here. I'll do that first. Let me get some of this gold color. Choose a stamp that I haven't done. I haven't done this one. And this particular stamp set I haven't really used until now because I didn't know what to do with it. And then I finally did think of something I could do with it. Put it on my list. And some things I just have on my list as a quickie project. And even though I have a ton of buttons now, since I've been doing buttons 3 or 4 videos now, I don't have buttons like this. So I'm going to just take advantage of it. No use crying over spilled milk, right? So what happened? I don't know how this happened, except I'm getting old apparently. But went to pick up our daughter. Prior to that, a few things happened. I got a really bad pain in my ear, and I thought it was just seasonal allergies maybe. And then I noticed what I thought was a pimple, and then by the time we got home, that was a Friday, Labor Day weekend. By the time we got home, it was more than one pimple. Oh geez, why is it doing that again? And then, see my center. I don't know why. So anyway, and then by Sunday, I knew something was really wrong. And personally, oh, I wish I could get this flowers on the outer edge, but I can't. Personally, I thought it was mold and I was getting hives. That I touched something with mold. And I can still repair that. I'll show you how here in a minute. I am deathly allergic to mold. So I guess if it was one or the other, I'd rather have this. So I decided to go to the emergency room. And she said, I don't think it's hives, it's shingles. And I about fell out of my chair. Okay, I can fix that with another center. I don't have enough room on that sheet, so I can use a different color. And I'll just take a different color. So I guess out of the two, I'd rather it was this, because mold could kill me. But this has not been pleasant, I'll tell you that. And I wouldn't wish it on anyone. So I have to go. I have to, I guess, stay away from particular groups of people for a time, which I haven't quite determined how long that time will be. But so that's what I'm going to do, and everything is kind of postponed until I can get back to it. And that upset me even more because I have so much to do. So see, I'm just going to put another one on there. And I'm just using my inexpensive glue for this. You don't need your good glue for buttons. What I don't like about Elmer's glue is it makes everything feel kind of stiff. But in this case, that doesn't really matter. So I guess that looks good enough, even though it's still not perfect. And I can use it anyway. Let me punch out a backing here. So I've just been trying, symptom relief for the most part. I didn't quite make the window for the pharmaceuticals, and after reading about them, I'm not sure I would have taken them anyway, because I'm one of those people that have a low tolerance for drugs, and that could be just as likely to send me to the hospital. So I avoid them. So I guess I should have, next time you're thinking of doing something difficult and you keep putting it off, which I did because yard sales are hard work. But I kind of have no choice, because right now I have my brother who is in the nursing home. I have his household in here and in my garage that has to be dealt with. And I just decided to bite the bullet, so to speak. And get it done before summer was completely over. Even though my neighbor has a pop-up garage sale every week in the summer, which is a great idea. And she has the ideal space for it, because she kind of has a detached garage She might even have two garages, and one has the one she does the pop-up garage sale in has its own little driveway, or pull off the main driveway, and then so it's kind of like a little shop already. And I don't have that. I have a shed. And then I'm debating I'm putting a little white mark in there so I can see it. I'm debating, do I even put my collectibles in there? Because I used to do eBay. I don't want to do eBay anymore. I have a whole bunch of vintage, popular collectibles, but in a yard sale, people generally don't want to pay those type of prices. So I'm debating whether I should take them out and try to sell them on Facebook Marketplace or what. I'm probably taking off that category on my Shopify because the post office lost one of my orders, which never happened on eBay. And I filed a claim. Still haven't heard yet. I'm taking an acrylic marker. You could take a Sharpie and do this. So I have all kinds of things to be sold. Believe it or not, I still have toddler things, which I held on to just because. I used to do a yard sale about every other year when my daughter was younger. Just to get rid of the kid things. But I still have some. I have an antique toy horse. I have a beautiful oak rocking chair. I have her bicycle, which she no longer rides. I'm looking for a pretty color here. Let's see what I have left. I have quite enough neutrals. I wanted more pink, but I don't have any, so I'm going to go with this. I don't know. I have 20 years of accumulated stuff from several households because some of it also came from Italy. When my husband's mother went in the nursing home, and yard sales are always tricky anyway. I find them to be. You never really know if it's worth it or not. But at the same time, Facebook Marketplace is even worse. Okay, that one came out, thankfully. And I have a ton of previous flip projects that I don't have time to do anymore. And I'm tired of looking at them and stressing me out. Like furniture and stuff. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Some things I've just decided to let go of and move on. Now see, that should not have happened. Okay, I don't want to try to repair that again. Why did it work out in one place and not in the other? Is it my table or my stamping block? I don't know. But it's been happening a lot lately and it's driving me crazy. I'm pushing hard enough. Let me just wait and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Maybe I'm just not waiting long enough. So then we took our daughter back. And she had a flood. She didn't know what to do. Her roommate had called maintenance about this issue prior, and they still hadn't showed up. So I told her, resend the form. I guess they have a form. Okay, I'm trying to center that. I guess they have a form. My husband said because students won't ask for help. So that's probably why they have the form. So I told her to resend the form and write emergency in all caps, water, flooding. This was after we did a video call to help her find the water valves to shut the water off, which she did. So now she knows. And since it happened during a flood, she'll probably never forget. So anyway, maintenance came and they determined they have to call a plumber. But so far, no more issues. And then I'm punching these out. And look at this one. That's already a button, like an abstract button. Which I've done that before. Just went around different packages and played, you know, hide the shape. Don't choose something literal, just choose a part of it that's not identifiable. That one kind of is, but you know what I mean? Then you could get some really cool buttons. So this is just similar to using your stamps to make a pattern in the boho, what was it? Boho bags. Or no. Now I can't remember. Not the boho bags, the stamping patterns, the little birds and the hearts and such. I wonder if I could get a heart out of this and it probably wouldn't contain all that shape, and then it would look awkward unless I used a small one. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I have one of my trusty, I should be using my template, but for some reason I always grab this button. That makes life a lot easier. Where are we? 27? Okay, this is going to wrap it up. And again, I'm sorry. I barely even felt like watching a video. This is really kind of a miserable thing. Oh geez, and my pen isn't working. I should have grabbed one of my panda flies. Hopefully no, I can't see that. One more issue about getting older. That's another thing. We didn't get home until after dark. I do not like driving with my husband after dark anymore. I call him Mr. Magoo. But anyway, when we hit the forest, I'm going to try to see that anyway. When we hit the forest, the deer were running like crazy. So we had to slow it down to like 30 miles an hour. Probably saw at least 100 deer. It's that time of year. Oh jeez, and now you're stuck. Yeah, you are. My husband got this cool little, oh, please. My husband got this cool little, thing. It's called a screw punch for leather and stuff. He wants to make his own book out of leather. But I tried it on this and it didn't work. Apparently this is too thick. I don't know what the problem was, but first time I tried it, or the first time he showed me how it worked great on several mini pieces of paper. So I don't know why it didn't work. Oh, did I say you'll need a punch? And I'm pretty sure just a basic punch like this will work. I'm positive it will, but I was using my crocodile. Okay. I have quite a little stack here. And I'm quite sure this is something anybody could come up with on their own. But that's another thing, just sometimes try to think outside of the box of different ways you can use your stamps. Or on different things. Because as I said, I really like those patterns, but I had no idea how I was going to use those stamps, even though I bought them. Why am I not surprised by that? Oh, and then, you know what I did? I bought some cabochons for another project, thinking that what I really wanted was glass domes. And then I get these cabochons with the flat back and the back, the metal back, and I can't use them for what I wanted to use them for, so now I have to come up with another way to use those. Okay, there we go. I think those are quite pretty, and I'll use them. They look what do they look? They look what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say Indian, not quite Indian, not quite primitive. I don't know the word I'm looking for. My head hurts. So, okay everyone, thank you so much for your time. And I truly hope that next video is going to be something new and inspiring and different. And thanks to all my customers and thanks to all my new subscribers. I truly appreciate your time and interest and your purchase. Thank you again, and you have a great day and a great week. Bye.